Mardi Gras and Astrology, created, directed, and presented by Reverend Dr. Dikki Mullen. In this video, Dr. Mullen colorfully describes the Mardi Gras and its history and current implications for celebrations around the Lenten season.
Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Mardi Gras and astrology. Mardi Gras relates to the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end of the zodiacal circle. The sign of Pisces melds into Aries during Mardi Gras season, and the 5 personal planets, that's the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, all tie in with the Mardi Gras tradition. The 5 stages of Lent tie in with star secrets in your horoscope. The 12 signs of the zodiac are a guide to the year. They're familiar friends. They offer sequence, comfort, and order as the year progresses from season to season. There's a multi-level quality in their many applications. The celestial wisdom of the perpetual cycle of the Earth's path around the sun has a certain serenity and certainty to it. Regardless of the various social and planetary changes unfolding in the world around us. When the astrological year begins on the first day of spring, the vernal equinox, about March 21st each year in the northern hemisphere, there's a feeling of youth and freshness. Life is renewed. The wheel of the year begins another journey, promising us that everything is the same while nothing is the same. In contrast, the winter solstice near December 21st each year is marked by the 0 degree of Capricorn. The year grows old, winter begins with the shortest of days. Survival, a reality check, is what's all about. The winter holidays of Yuletide, Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's Eve, and Kwanzaa alleviate the sobriety of the season with revelry. For a while, however, and then at 12th night or Three Kings night, January 6th, winter's coldest cycle begins. It's no longer possible to be in denial about anything. It's deep winter. Still, human nature longs to express one last hurrah of merriment and wild abandon. In New Orleans, 12th night revelers date back as far as 1870. They wanted to not give way to the austere time of winter, the austerity of winter, any sooner than they had to. And there was a final celebration of the winter holiday season, and thus began the serving of a 12th night cake. It was given to a young woman with a golden bean inside, indicating that she had been chosen as the Mardi Gras queen. The 18th degree of Capricorn is the sun's approximate position on 12th night. And this is also the Venus-Taurus ruled decadent of Capricorn. Music, gold doubloons, luxurious gowns, parties, and floats would all come to be associated with Mardi Gras. And this is the night when the planning for the celebration would begin. Mardi Gras expanded from humble beginnings in 1699 when the first French settlers celebrated it as the beginning of Lent, the last movable feast or holiday. Its date changes from year to year according to the lunar calendar and Easter and Holy Week. It varies. Mardi Gras translates French Tuesday. It's always 47 days before Easter Sunday. And during that time period, there are 5 different holy stages. They're reflected. It's a time of self-examination, control of the speech, intuitive understanding, and spiritual refreshment. But it's really an astrological journey toward higher awareness. The messages of the two luminaries, the sun and moon, as well as the other personal planets. For simplicity's sake, the luminaries are often included with the planets, for anyone who was confused about that earlier. Mercury, Venus, and Mars. As the zodiacal year wanes in preparation for the springtime and the vernal equinox, life becomes quiet, the holiday season fades, and it's time to look through the 5 seasons related to the placements in our birth chart. The first one is self-examination. Now this relates to the sun. The sun sign's the familiar zodiac sign everybody knows. It's the Earth's path around the sun on your birthday. It's the single most important point in the birth chart. It's the ego, sense of identity. Where are your head and heart? What is your inner voice? What's the theme of your life? Think about that as Mardi Gras season begins and Lent begins. Oh dear, I guess Templeton wants to hear about his birth chart here. Control of the speech is next. That's Mercury. Times of silence. Sometimes silence is the only appropriate answer to a challenging situation. A few perfect words. Language is the primary link we have to others. A single word or idea expressed at the right moment can change the entire direction of the life. Number 3, intuitive understanding. Now that's the moon in the horoscope. In a conflict between the head and the heart, the wise ones always say, follow the heart. Synthesizing the overall meaning of a situation to discern the way it goes into a greater pattern is the challenge here. Number 4 in the stages of Lent relate to Venus, modesty and creativity. Recognizing the best use of time and talents is important. Humility, acquiring a perspective of loving service. Work is love made visible, as Kahlil Gibran wrote. Satisfaction and inner peace come upon recognizing and expressing innate talents. This leads to a life of pleasure and reward. What comes most easily to you? Follow the path of least resistance to connect to the divine. Finally, stage number 5 is spiritual refreshment. This correlates with the planet Mars, a conscious effort to prepare for the onset of spring. Mars, of course, is the ruler of the zodiac sign of Aries. Care for the physical well-being, respecting the body as the temple of the spirit. Time spent in active study of scriptures and sacred texts focuses the energy for spiritual replenishment. During the Lenten season, Mardi Gras, or Shrove Tuesday, is right before Ash Wednesday. And there is a party pastry, a pancake. Pancakes and party pastries are ruled by Venus that is absolutely delicious. That's the traditional Lenten season food. It's made with eggs, milk, sugar, vanilla extract, extra melted butter, powdered sugar topped by fresh lemon juice. A Mardi Gras calendar coming up, the beginning of Lent through the year 2020 is February 28th, Mardi Gras in 2017. 2018, Mardi Gras begins on February 13th. It's late on 2019, it'll be March 5th. And finally, 2020, February 25th is Mardi Gras Day. Laissez le bon temps rouiller. And remember, as Lent begins, to look at the sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in your natal birth chart, in journeying through the rest of the zodiacal season, and also through unmasking who you really are. The party is over and we want to know who we really are at Mardi Gras.